moving these things up is a little tricky because everything sort of depends on, you know, one layer depends on the next layer, which depends on the next layer. I'm going to move as layers, oops, make sure you're using the right tool, that will make a difference, the same guys. I'm going to make all of those move up just a little bit. And then I'm going to take these keyframes and move them so that they're lining up once again with the other two layers. Let's see. Now let's see what that looks like.
I figure the engineers who built the all-new 09 F150 are probably the same guys we all cheated.
Probably the same guys. I mean, man, that guy talks fast. Move it a little further. Move those again. I'm actually going to move these two layers up as well. Okay, now we have to make sure all of these things, these keyframes line up again. Drag this over. Drag these keyframes over. Okay, now let's see what it looks like.
I figure the engineers who built the all-new 09 F150 are probably the same guys we all cheated.
Wow, that's pretty fast. Okay, and that overlaps, and it shouldn't. Are probably the same guys. No, U is the shortcut to make sure to open up all the keyframes for a layer. Okay, so we need to speed up that animation just a little bit, which is attached to all these other layers. Oh, this is so much fun. This is After Effects. Okay, select all of these keyframes. Okay, those are all selected for all these other layers that I'm gonna speed up just a little bit. Okay, let's see.
I figure the engineers who built the all-new 09 F150 are probably the same guys we all cheated.
Okay, that looks not too bad. Not exactly, but it's a tutorial, so it's, you know, it's good enough for now.
Guys we all cheated on.
That's fast, okay. The same guys and everything moves down and all of a sudden appears we all cheated off of in science class. Okay. I'm probably going to stop here after we're thinking about pizza. Because the rest is sort of more of the same. Yeah, that's kind of a tricky shot. Yeah, I'm gonna stop after we're thinking about pizza. Okay? Let's see, we're all are probably the same guys. Those move down. Okay, guys is parented, so don't need to worry about that. Okay, I'm going to add another position keyframe here and then move everything down. And it's going to be quick. Same guys. Let's see what the audio says.
We all cheated on.
Okay. We all. It's all on one layer. Okay, we all moving down and then scaling. Alright, let's get rid of this layer. Put it all in one. Position. Trim that layer. And then, what was the next motion? Move down and then scaled. Okay. Let's look at the scale property, Shift S, scale. It's actually already pretty small, but that's okay. Scale, scale, scale. Here we go. Cheated. I think that was actually much larger. That appeared right when we all arrived, so we all cheated off of, and that pops on. Okay. And that was a little smaller. Off. No, not there. I want another text layer. Of. Actually, 106. Fine, I'll make this 106. That's sort of aligned to the right. Something like that. Check the position, 528 and 532. It doesn't really matter. 532. Those pop on about here. I'm not really entirely sure where. Although we could do a RAM preview just to see.
Figure the engineers built.
Gotta trim this layer. I thought I did trim that layer. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I accidentally trimmed the wrong one. Let's see.
Figure the engineers who built the all-new 09 F150 are probably the same guys we all cheated. Figure the engineers who built the all-new 09 F150 are probably the same guys we all cheated. Figure the engine.
Well, that little move down here was pretty fast. But I think it'll be okay, at least for now, because this isn't for broadcast. Okay, let me look. Let's look a little. Oh, come on.
F150 are probably the same guys we all cheated off of inside.
Ah, there we go. That was pretty good. Not totally perfect, pretty good. Let's see what comes next. Off of. That's all of that scales down. Off of in. Okay, so now what we need to do is pre-comp. Now you'll notice that I've got all these extra layers down here, old layers, stuff that's already happened. I really should go in and trim these layers that I'm not going to see anymore. So what aren't we seeing anymore? We're not seeing who built the all-new F150. That's gone. So I really need to go in and I need to trim this. Option closed bracket. All of these layers. Let's see, option closed bracket. There we go. Are probably the same guys. I need to trim those as well. And it actually makes it a little easier to see what's going on here. Oh, I can trim all our probably. Oops, I had something else selected. just have that layer selected. Otherwise you'll affect other layers too, and then you'll get confused, just like I did. Okay, mountains, that's actually not a text layer, so I'm going to change that color so that I know the difference visually. Okay. And I can't remember what we said we were going to do, so now I have to go look. We cheated off of, oh that's right, I need to go and pre-comp these. We all cheated off, okay, layer, precompose. We all cheated PC. Okay.
In science class.
Okay, so the action pretty much just got there, I think, off of. And now I need to scale. Where do I need to scale to? Pretty much the center. Looks like it's somewhere up here. Okay, so we'll move the anchor point. Okay, scale. Am I putting that in the right spot? Off of. That might be a little too much. Okay. In is the next word. Move that into the right position, something like that. And it popped on as soon as that pre-comp arrived at its last keyframe. So we cheated off of in. What's next? Science class. Okay, science pops up as well. Spell science correctly. And then the word class. Okay, everything moves up and kind of reveals the word class. Let's make the word class. Where was the positioning of that? Okay, so it's aligned to the left. Alright. Let's see what the timing is.
Off of in science class.
Right about here. Okay, so pre-comp, in, and science all move up, which means we're animating position. Okay, so let's move everything up. I've got all three of those layers selected. Just click, shift, move up. And I'm not sure what those last, they get pretty close up there, but they don't leave frame. Okay. So maybe not so close.